do not have enough time in the day to tell you about how much I love an oversized blazer. I'm Melissa Monroe, and after 10 years of running my own label and working in fashion in South Africa, I've started over in the UK. And by starting over, I mean I now live in a tiny floating home with a tiny wardrobe to match. I'm all here for comfort, practicality, and owning your style. Welcome to the world of fashion as I see it, where old becomes new and a modern, sustainable wardrobe is easy to achieve. I recently started upcycling them, adding them to my rework designs. Along with that come a set of 3 very basic hacks, some cool tips and tricks that I wanted to share with you if you have your own oversized blazer, or I guess a normal sized blazer. It just might give you a different vibe. These work for all oversized blazers, and I really just wanted to share them so that if you are shopping for men's secondhand blazers in your local charity shop, or you come across one that someone in your family, a male in your family has, and you sneakily snatched it up and are wondering how to make it more you, or just give it some interesting details, stay tuned. Numero uno is really basic and involves the use of 2 very simple elastic bands. All we're doing here is using the elastic band to keep the sleeve up. Sometimes an oversized blazer can be a little bit overwhelming in sleeve length, so it's really just a super simple, easy hack to just snatch one of these on and zhuzh up the sleeve, and there you go. You're showing some skin, or if you've got a cuffed shirt underneath, some more detail. Essentially, you won't be looking like you are swimming in the blazer, and it'll just give you a good balance of proportion. The second little trick is the addition of an extra side button. This blazer that I'm wearing here is really oversized. It's got a big shoulder. I really feel like I'm swimming in it, which I love. But sometimes I want the option to just wrap it over and have it be a leaner, more elongating silhouette, let's say. I've just stitched on an additional button. Some blazers you find might even still have the extra button stitched on the inside, and you can use that one. Otherwise, just pick one up from somewhere else. Often if you've bought another pair of trousers, even if you don't sew, or you've bought a shirt or something, it always comes with extra buttons. Fish those out and use that just to quickly tack on an extra button. Then use the existing buttonhole, wrap the one side over, and you can sort of adjust it as tight as you want. It's a really super simple, easy customization that will then give you the option for when you want to wear it open and show your outfit off, or if it's cooler, it's chillier, or you're going out in the evening and you want that clean line, you can just wrap it over and cinch it in. Lastly is something that you can take with you when you're buying a blazer, trying on a blazer, or just wearing them for every day. It's not so much as a hack as it's just a little trick to sort of trick your eye into seeing things in a different way. Sometimes we still, well, I find that I still revert back to worrying about what I look like in the clothing. And for me, it's much more about the clothing creating proportions around me and being an extension of me, not so much as showing off my body. But we have those days where you can put on something oversized and feel like maybe it is just too much, or you are not shining through. So this little tip is to just get your pose on. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I do this in all my pictures. I've always got one hand in my pocket, bunched up the blazer on one side, or I've pushed up the sleeves, or I've folded my arms and wrapped it in. Remember that these are things that you're doing on a daily basis. When you're wearing the clothing, this is how you're standing. When you're standing still, you've got your hand in your pocket. If you're waiting around, this is how the clothing looks. I think sometimes we'll default to standing in the mirror very straight, and the clothing just hangs instead of forming shapes as we move. So remember that you will be moving in the clothing, and it'll form beautiful shapes around you as you wear it, and that's where the interesting detail is. If you'll notice, this blazer that I'm wearing is one of mine that I upcycle and rework. This design is called the Modern Blazer. I just wanted to take a men's blazer and add my own details into it, and they're all formed around this idea that as you move you'll see new interesting details. A deconstructed hemline, taking the collar away on one side. As you put your hands in your pockets or stand at different angles, there's always something new to see, and that's how I really thought about designing this one. If you're just wearing your own blazer, you can really use this when you're looking in the mirror or just imagining how you look and feel in the outfit, and know that it's really interesting and really beautiful. I hope you've enjoyed hearing about these little tips and tricks. Really simple, it's really nothing major, but sometimes we just need that little extra push, or a new idea or an old idea that we're reminded of just sparks something in us and allows us to create some fun new outfits with things we already have, or make sustainable choices by shopping secondhand and utilizing those all important men's garments that do so much for us. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel, comment below, and tell me which trick you love the best. And